is Jenny from Homestead Corner, and today I wanted to talk to you about 20 dirt cheap items that you should stockpile right now while you still can. Alright, so the first thing I think that you should stockpile is matches. You have got to be able to make fire if anything ever happens. You're going to need to cook, gas runs out, things like that. So matches are definitely something that is a must-have for a stockpile. Okay, number 2, toilet paper. It's one of those things that we take for granted until we don't have it. I don't always think to stockpile toilet paper. There are other things that you can use if you have to, but toilet paper is a nice commodity to have in the house, and it's nice to have around. So if you are grid down for a few days or a week or whatever, or you're stuck at home sick, having some extra toilet paper around is definitely a plus. Alright, number 3, tarps. Tarps are one of those things, you can usually pick them up pretty cheap for $5 or $6 for like a 10 by 12, or sometimes even cheaper. We have a local salvage store that carries them almost all the time, and they are dirt cheap. Just a couple of bucks you can get them for. I think a 10 by 12 is like $2 or something. It's crazy. But they're great. If you get a broken window, you could cover up a window. If you needed to make a quick makeshift shelter, that would be perfect for it. If you want to collect rainwater, if you don't have a rain collection set up and you needed to collect rainwater, tarps are very handy for that and really easy to set up and have them funnel into a barrel of some sort or tub or whatever you're collecting into. And so tarps are definitely right up there on something you should have around the house. Alright, number 4, feminine products. These are, they're definitely, if you have a woman in your home, you're going to need pads, tampons, something on that line. If you have reusable stuff, that's wonderful, but you're going to want to have a nice stockpile of it. If you can't get out to the store or you're stuck at home for whatever reason, you want to have a good stockpile of that stuff so you can go a couple of months. Number 5, soap. Soap is another one of those things that you want to have plenty of. Good hygiene is important, helps keep us healthy, and you know, if you have a nice bar soap, have it. I like bar soap, it's for extras. I do use liquid hand soap like normally, but I also keep a good stock of bar soap, something that's unscented and no dyes, there's nothing in it. Like a homemade soap is wonderful. Those type of soaps can be used for really sensitive skin. They're not harmful if you have to wash up in the stream, and they also, you can do laundry with them if you have to. I really love like an unscented, all-natural homemade soap, but Ivory works well also because it doesn't have all that extra junk in it. Number 6, face masks. Now, some viruses, this is not going to help you, like the current virus that's going around. It's not going to keep you from catching anything else, but it is going to help you from spreading if you have something. If you've got a cold and you don't want to share it with everybody in the world, you know, you can cover up your face with these face masks while you're out if you need to go out. And they can be handy in other survival situations. Medication. Medication's one of those things that you definitely want to try to get a stockpile on, especially prescription medications. Sometimes they're really hard to get ahead on. A lot of insurances do not want to pay for extra medication, so it's hard. But if you can get ahead just a little bit, it's always great to tuck those away. And also with the medications, you also want to have a good supply of like Advil or Tylenol, something for pain and fevers and things like that. So you've got that around. Those are definitely something to get in your stockpile. All right, number 8, bandages. Band-Aids are dirt cheap. You can get boxes of Band-Aids for $1, 50 cents. I see them on sale all the time, like the Star Wars Band-Aids might be real big this week, and then in a month or two nobody wants them, and then they have the next new movie thing, especially for the kids' Band-Aids. I buy those old ones because, it doesn't matter what's on them, they still work. They're great Band-Aids still. And you also want to have like some gauze and pads and things like that. And like the Ace bandages, those stretchy elastic bandages, those are great if you get sprains or anything like that. So having a good supply of bandages and Band-Aids and things like that are super important. Number 9, dental supplies. You definitely want to have plenty of toothpaste, toothbrushes, things like that, and floss, and those are all great. You want to have plenty of that because you want to keep your hygiene up and you want to stay healthy if anything ever happens. So when you come to that emergency, a loss of a job or whatever it is that happens, you have the ability to stay clean and healthy, and you want to be able to take care of your teeth. And dental floss is also really great if you have to sew a tent or a backpack or something like that. If you're out there, you had to bug out. Dental floss is great for that because it's waterproof and it's not going to break down as quick as regular thread. So dental supplies are definitely a big must in your stockpile. Number 10, disinfectants. You definitely want to have disinfectants in there, whether it's, stuff for cleaning, or you want to have some bleach in there, definitely. But bleach, if you overstock bleach and it sits around too long, it's going to lose its oomph and it's not going to work anymore. So I don't recommend going too crazy on the bleach, but a good year's supply of what you're going to use, that you use all the time. If you use a jug in a month or 2 months, then get enough for a year and it will stay good that long. But it's definitely not something that you want to buy 10 years out worth of bleach. It's not going to be any good in 10 years. So having disinfectants is really important, and bleach can also, you can use it to make your water safe to drink and stuff. So that's an important thing if you ever have to do that. Number 11, those little plastic vinyl gloves. Those are perfect. You can use them for cleaning, you can use them for all kinds of stuff, keeping things clean. If someone gets cut and you have to bandage somebody up, you can keep, any contaminants. Vinyl gloves are definitely something that you want to have on hand. Even if it's just a couple of boxes, it's definitely something that you're going to want to have. Number 12, batteries. In a long-term grid down situation, hand crank radios and flashlights are really something that you want to have, but they're not always that cheap. So in the meantime, you've got the cheaper flashlights and the cheaper radios that take batteries, so it's good to have that stockpile of batteries. So until you can get those hand cranked items, the batteries are definitely going to come in they're going to be really important. Number 13, candles. Candles are one of those things that are really important to have around. They give off light, they can give off heat. I have heated a room with a few candles. My son and I got stuck at our house one time. The river, we had a really bad flood. The river washed out the road. My husband couldn't get to us. The power was out. It was just me and my son, who was about a year old, at home. So we went into the smallest room in the house because it started to get chilly in there. So we went into the bathroom and I lit candles in where he couldn't reach them, and we had a pretty large bathroom, which was good, and we were able to hang out in there and stay warm by the candles, and that really helped us in that situation. So candles are definitely a must-have, and you can get them so cheap. You can, if you go into Walmart or Target or any store after the holiday, right after a holiday, you can usually get like the Christmas scented ones or Easter colored ones. Maybe they're a different color or something. You can get them dirt cheap on clearance for like 75% off, and you know, a big box of candles for $3 or something. You can get them super, super cheap. And number 14, cooking oil. Having a good supply of cooking oil is going to be important because you're going to have to cook foods. Those are, and you want to get cooking oils that store well. I really like to store olive oil as the type of oil that we like to keep, coconut oil, you know, as much as you're going to use in the time frame that it's going to last. So the coconut oil is great if you have got to cook outside on the fire. It can withstand the heat a little bit more. And the olive oil you can use to make like lamps or something if you had to. All right, number 15, scissors. Scissors are always great. Having a knife handy is awesome, and having a pair of scissors is also very handy to have in your stockpile. So I recommend a couple different pairs, some heavy duty ones, some small ones for sewing, just all kinds of scissors. Extra scissors are really great. Number 16, duct tape. Duct tape, you can fix so much stuff with that. If you get a tear in your jeans, just for a quick fix, you can slap some duct tape on it. You can fix shoes. There are so many things you can fix with duct tape, and I think that is a really important thing to have in your stockpile. You can fix fences. There's just unlimited amount of things you can fix with duct tape, so that's definitely a big one. All right, number 17, zip ties. Zip ties are another one of those things that you definitely want to have in your stockpile. If you have to bug out, having some zip ties in there is perfect because you can attach things to your backpack, you can hang things, you can fix fences, you can hold your pants together if the button breaks. There's just so many things you can do with zip ties. So zip ties are something you should definitely have in your stockpile. All right, number 19, rope. Everybody needs rope. You never know when you're going to need to tie something together, hold it together, or whatever. So rope is definitely one of those things you want to have. And number 20, coffee filters. Coffee filters are really important because they can be used not only to make coffee, you can filter water with them, you can use them as funnels. There are 1,000,001 uses for coffee filters in a survival situation, and I highly recommend having a good stockpile of coffee filters in your house. So, and they're also great to start a fire with. It's amazing. So, that is it for my 20 dirt cheap items that you should stock up on now while you still can. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!